Welcome to Global Diabetes Insights, your go-to podcast for navigating the world of diabetes. I am Tino, a certified diabetes educator and a global advocate for non-communicable diseases.
And I'm Kona, a global advocate and a medical doctor. Together, we're your hosts, dedicated to raising awareness, fostering open discussions, and creating a safe space for everyone affected by diabetes.
Join us as we dive into empowering conversations with individuals living with diabetes, caregivers, healthcare professionals, and researchers. Our goal is to not only guide you through effective diabetes management, but also to inspire advocacy for proper healthcare access.
So get ready for a journey of insights, ideas, and diverse perspectives. Let's amplify our collective voice and create positive change. Get involved, get engaged, and join us in creating the change we need. So welcome everybody to Global Diabetes Insights.
Greetings, so welcome to ISPAD conference here in Montreal, Canada. So I'm with this remarkable lady. I would like her to introduce herself.
I'm Catarina Limbert. I'm a professor of pediatrics. I'm a pediatric endocrinologist. I'm working in Lisbon, Portugal at the Children's Hospital, and I'm leading the department for pediatric endocrinology over there. About 300 children with diabetes.
Wow, thank you so much. Last time, I think I wanted to interview you, like last time when we were together at the 50th anniversary at ISPAD, when you were the convening president, but we couldn't get the chance because everyone wanted to be with you, speak with you. There was so much happening because we're so busy. And ISPAD, the 50th anniversary was a remarkable conference because it marked a milestone. So it was so great, and thank you for leading it successfully. It was so great, so thank you so much. I'll just ask you a few questions about your work and also partly about the ISPAD 50th anniversary, how you got to do it, everything about it. If you could just tell us for how long you've been working or involved in diabetes work or pediatric work.
Well, a long, long time, since I finished my medical studies. But the great breakthrough for me was the first ISPAD Science School. I was a student at the time at the first ISPAD Science School in Berlin, 2000. And since then, a new world opened to me. And I was then involved in many education meetings. So since 2000, so 25 years now.
So firstly, you were a student, but now you can also teach other people now if you have the time to do so now because they look up to you, a professor now, so which is great. So I think ISPAD has been that great platform. So many things have happened, so many things are still happening, so many people are still coming, especially the juniors. Though of course they might become genius members, which is great. How is the experience of leading an ISPAD conference shaped the way you view collaboration, talking about everything, the 50th anniversary itself? What can you tell us about that?
Yes, already we talked about it. It's like a big weight, but also a big wonder. I like that expression. So the first thing to organize such a huge congress is the responsibility you have. So you have to think, you have to organize something that is interesting, that is new, that stimulates our curiosity for all groups of healthcare providers that take part of ISPAD. So it's just not only my opinion and my ideas as a doctor, a physician, but I have to think about everyone. That's the first point. Then you have to do something feasible, logistically, financially real, so it can't be something crazy. But it must be appealing, nice for everyone. So that was the most challenging points I was faced to. But the wonder is that such a congress, such a meeting has your fingerprint. At the end, it's your face that you are showing. Even if the topics are the same every year, you have to have topics on every large of topics. But it's your face that is showing, and that's incredible. I was very satisfied at the end. I was very happy that everyone was happy. I think I could move things forward, yes.
Great. So I think that is amazing. Thank you so much for that. That was a huge responsibility for you to lead the 50th anniversary because it's memorable. It is so great. The place of convening, it doesn't have to be so difficult for people even to come. I know that probably there'll be so many emails going around. Briefly, what does it take for someone to be like a convening president? Because I know that there will be so many others who will come because we want ISPAD to continue prospering and progressing. What does it take, not just logistically, but emotionally and intellectually?
I think that please take the best people you know, your friends and those you have trust to work with you on the scientific committee and also on the national and local field, because you have to be supported. You cannot do everything alone. Even if you have your ideas, your imagination, you have to think that others are also strong and can also have ideas and bring things forward. Have a good team. The best advice I can give and what I experience is that you have to trust the other and motivate them, and if they are motivated, they will work with you, and it is an enormous and perfect experience.
Oh, great. This is amazing. So thank you so much. Considering that you've led both national and even at international levels, bridging the Portuguese pediatric endocrinology and the global innovation, how did your convening role influence your local capacity building and inspire the young clinicians and scientists in the Portugal and even beyond?
Yes, that's a very good question, because you are not aware of that at the beginning when you take such a job, but at the end you see how much, especially the younger investigators and younger doctors, they then believe that we can do something. And they are proud of that, they motivate you to do more, and they trust you and respect you. Yes, I think everything is about motivation and inspiring and leadership. Something I think I could do.
That is amazing. It's always great to see all these people with everything that you're doing. You know that there are people looking at you, they respect the person that you are. Like you say, it's your face, and they want to get motivated, seeing you how you're doing it, and be like, okay, fine, I think I'm inspired. Maybe I would be interested in doing something like she's doing, that kind of thing. So I think that is so great. So thank you so much for talking about everything, convening the ISPAD 50th anniversary. I would like to learn from your expertise and your reflection from your work. Your research, I know that it explores the immune mechanisms and the molecular genetics in type 1 diabetes. So as we enter into a new era of precision medicine, how do you see like cell-based therapies transforming the future of pediatric diabetes? And what maybe ethical or access challenges that lie ahead?
You are reaching a topic that is very much in my heart, because my PhD was on cell therapies 10 years ago. Because at that time I was already thinking it could be the way for a cure. So, but many years passed. Things are evolving very slowly, but they are evolving. Well, the modifying therapies are for sure something very important. We will treat the cause of the disease and not the consequences of the disease. So what is causing the disease is the autoimmune system. So we have to approach it. We have to understand the immunity of this disease so that we can fight it. About the cells is something different. It will be for those who are already having the disease and living with the disease. And I think it will be possible. I really believe it will be possible, because it's a biological therapy, so of course we are afraid of having something alive in your body, but at the end it's what is missing, the cells that working and producing insulin. So if we are able to produce large scale these kind of cells, I think one day we will able to have a patch of cells that you can replace each 2 months or 3 months, and they will give you the need of insulin for every day, and you don't think about diabetes anymore. That is my dream, and I think the dream of everyone living with diabetes.
Well, like myself, well, thank you so much for that. We're inspired. We see this with these novel therapies that are now slowing down the progression of diabetes. We are hopeful. Yes, I would want to see that happening in my generation, of course.
Yeah.
It could be much expensive, but we hope that even if I might not be able to access it myself, but knowing that it's there, someone has been cured, that would be a big relief, because type 1, or not just type 1 diabetes is sort of like a complex chronic condition. So one size doesn't fit all, so many things have to be considered. The individual person has to be considered and everything about it. So thank you so much for your attention to detail and all the work that you've been doing. My last question to you, if you could leave one enduring message to the next generation of ISPAD convening leaders, or even young scientists, young clinicians, what would be your last message to them? And maybe even to the people with diabetes. So I would want you to put it in 3 categories. What is your last message to the future convening presidents, and your last message to young scientists, or even to people living with diabetes? What would be your last message?
Oh,
of all? Yeah.
well, for people organizing the next meetings, I would say be always on the edge of the wave. So try to present and bring everything that is important and new, because it's what people want to hear and what is interesting for all group into society like ISPAD. Try to work as a team, respect the team, listen to the team, and then make your decisions. For the young scientists, I would say, don't be afraid. Just go to your dreams and fight for your dreams, even if everyone is saying it is impossible. When I was starting to work on diabetes, I was never imagining that it would be possible to have technology, to have sensors. So everything will be possible if you wish and if you have the right path of thinking and the lines of investigation. And for people with diabetes, well, I'm saying this every day to my patients. You will see the cure of it.
Wow.
We will fight it. And don't despair. Do the best you can every day so that you keep healthy until the end, because we know if you don't keep healthy, you cannot go back. So keep healthy, keep the control, because it will come. And don't be afraid, it will be something that it will come in the near future.
Maybe so many organizations are heading towards finding a cure for type 1 diabetes, but of course we cannot, for the now, we need to live in the now. How can we improve the care for people living with diabetes? Yeah. Not just focusing on the future. Yes, it's good, but what are we doing now for us to, before we reach to that stage?
You know, Tino, you can also always think, okay, it's something that will be not accessible for everyone. It is too expensive. There are legal problems. But things start like that. And you have to start. You cannot start thinking it is not possible, it is not accessible, it is not affordable. That's the wrong way. The right way is to just keep fighting and doing it, and then we'll see.
Yes.
And as you see, more and more people have technology, more and more people have sensors, more and more people have strips. But at the end, in a span of 10 years, it will be possible.
Right. Wow, this is amazing. Thank you so much. What would be your last word, maybe to people that know you, who are probably going to watch this, because this will stay forever? What would be your last message in closing?
My last message, keep dreaming.
Wow, thank you so much for making it simple and all that. So I cannot thank you enough. So yes, now as the incoming president for ISPAD, what would you like to say? I mean, my congratulations are in order.
Yes,
so you
I'm
are
realizing
the
it
president.
now.
Yeah, I think maybe it hasn't sank in you yet.
Yes.
What would you hope to see as we continue to progress? ISPAD is going to continue to progress. What is your vision?
Yes.
Take the battle.
Yes, my vision is that ISPAD has too many faces. No face is more important than the other. We have to keep on science, and we have to show the best science on this field. We have to join forces with other areas of medicine, like immunology, like oncology, because they know so much about this kind of disease, and not just focusing on insulin, you know.
Yes.
On the other hand, the other phase is to reach those far away from the centers that are struggling with diabetes. And we have to have a role with this. So this balance I would like to keep in ISPAD for the next years.
Wow, thank you so much. You have heard it yourself from the incoming president, Dr. Catarina, who was also the convening president for ISPAD 2024. So of course, I mean, maybe if you could tell us briefly, like, I know that you say that you were supposed to be a convening president for ISPAD 2021, but due to COVID.
Yes.
Can you tell us about that? Because maybe those challenges, people might not be prepared for them.
It was the pandemic time, so we were struggling with how will it be, because nobody had experience with that. So what I thought was, I keep organizing, I keep thinking, I keep do everything as it would happen. I was really hoping it would happen, but 2 months before, it didn't.
Oh no.
So,
but thank you though for stepping up, even knowing that maybe you could fold your hands now, but you're going to come back, because it's something that you said you have accepted your dedication. You said you wanted to do this, because even you waited from 2021 to 2024 to host that extraordinary conference itself. So thank you so much for everything that you've done.
You're welcome.
In the field that you continue to do, continue to inspire so many other people.
Yes.
We cannot thank you enough. And this world of diabetes, there's few people, we are so grateful to you. Hope to continue collaborating, working together. Like you said, no face is important. No man is an island, so we need to work together. We need to come together on the table.
Yes.
Advocacy. Now, ISPAD even recognizes people living with diabetes to always be on the scientific committees. ISPAD also has people living with diabetes in the advisory council, which is amazing. So we cannot thank you enough, and we hope to see that continue. all the best in
Yes.
your work. So thank you so much. Thank you so much. This was so great.
It was a
Great.
pleasure
Wonderful.
to talk with you.
Yes.